pictures coming in of the family members of the victims of the horrific terror attack that has taken place in Jammu and Kashmir. On your screens at this point in time, Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, these are pictures coming in from Kanpur from victim Shubham's residence at this point in time. Mortal remains of Shubham Devedi, who was just recently married, has been brought in his young widow. Inconsolable in tears. This is the price that they've paid for choosing to, in fact, plan a vacation in Jammu and Kashmir, absolutely unsuspecting. This is what has happened. Yogi Adityanath has met with the family members of the slain businessman. Take a look at these pictures coming in at this point in time with the family members mourning their loss. Pictures are from Kanpur at this point in time. Slowly, we have, in fact, reports coming in from across the country of the bodies of the victims being brought back from Jammu and Kashmir to different parts of the country. Victims of the terror attack, 26 of them, 26 killed in broad daylight. Profiling of the victims and then shooting them. Hamas-style attacks that have taken place. Pictures are, in fact, from Kanpur at this point in time, from victim Shubham's family at this point in time. 26 families are grieving. The Chief Minister consoling Shubham's wife, just newly married and a victim of a terror attack, absolutely unsuspecting about what would have happened in Jammu and Kashmir, where he was, in fact, on a vacation. Shubham Devedi's wife there, inconsolable. Newlywed man from Kanpur among those dead in the Pahalgam terror attack. We're getting in pictures from the residence of the innocent man who was killed. He was married on the 12th of February. 10 members of his family, along with his wife, were on a holiday trip to Jammu and Kashmir. Nearly 30 years of age, a resident of Kanpur who'd recently married was shot dead by terrorists in Pahalgam. His family members in Kanpur recalling the heartbreaking moment when Shubham's wife called them to inform about this tragedy. They were, in fact, like the other victims in the Baisaran Valley, enjoying a meal with his wife, his sister-in-law, when terrorists opened fire and hit him on the head. Shubham Devedi was recently married. Pictures are from his residence right now, where Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister is there to, in fact, pay his last respects and support the family at this moment of grief. More news coming in. This is the exclusive intelligence briefing. Indian Army has identified key terror launch pads and camps across Pakistan-occupied Kashmir. Following the Pahalgam terror attack, Indian security forces have zeroed in on specific terror launch pads and training camps situated across POK. Now, well, as per intelligence inputs, these facilities have been under close surveillance by Indian agencies for months. A comprehensive briefing was shared by the Indian Army with Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, including operational options and strategic recommendations. Well, the Indian Army is closely monitoring these developments. Tactical options, including precision surveillance and counter-infiltration grid reinforcement, are under consideration. What is India planning next is the big question. In fact, avenge the killings of 26 innocent people who were simply on a vacation, unsuspecting that this would turn out to be a nightmare for 26 families, Indian families across the country. All right, we're going straight now back to these pictures coming in from Kanpur, where UP Chief Minister, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath is there at the residence of Shubham Devedi, who was killed in those in that horrific attack that took place, was married just very recently on the 12th of February. The Chief Minister there, along with the family members of Shubham Devedi, was just recently married, is there for a vacation with 10 other members of his family. The father has recalled the terror attack, saying that we stopped a handful of kilometers away. Given the trek, we would have found it difficult to move where Shubham and the others were, where the youngsters were, he said. And that's how we got spared. Sanjay Devedi, the father of the Pahalgam terror attack victim, Shubham Devedi, recalling how his son, daughter-in-law and son's sister-in-law went to a place called Mini Switzerland there in Pahalgam, in Jammu and Kashmir, and how his son never returned. He said the others were saved because they did not go there. They stopped by at a restaurant and waited for them. The religious profiling and the manner in which Shubham Devedi was killed. In these pictures, Yogi Adityanath interacting with the family members of Shubham Devedi, the father there also seen in these pictures, along with the others, the wife describing what had happened there, speaking with the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh. These are grieving families, remember, innocent people for no fault of theirs. They were, in fact, they've had to find themselves in a situation of this nature. It's not just about the manner in which the victims here were killed, but about the lifelong trauma that many women and children, remember, have to deal with. Many women came forward and said, kill us as well. But the terrorists, as reported, have spoken about the fact that they should go back and tell the Prime Minister about what had happened in Pahalgam, essentially striking fear in their hearts, fear and trauma for the rest of their lives.